1971. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome. The Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the Dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spires station was built on top of the Dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the Dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the Dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell. The thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is...
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so... thrilling.
The white presses small hands to her blushing cheek.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the Dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask. Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the Dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The white draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the Dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
Kimura is eyeing the Dome's mesh, glittering in the sunlight.
Supposedly, it's something to do with the atmospheric composition, but it's a weak theory. The difference of the air within the Dome is so insignificant as to fall within the margin of error. Or to put it more simply, there is no difference.
She shoots a quick glance at the silver and lowers her voice.
I heard a rumor, or a conspiracy theory, that we can leave the Dome.
Jonas Foundation presents gleaming, futuristic, state-of-the-art cities straight from the pages of science fiction. Well-paid, safe employment, career advancement opportunities, and a world-class social safety net. Noble and intellectually stimulating work in state-of-the-art laboratories.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. Your eye is drawn to the cluttered eastern section of the dome, where you see a block of warehouses. And the real dome doesn't resemble its image from the ads at all. There are no snow-white cities or vast. Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the...
Come here. Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve. A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungent.
Look over there!
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars. You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message. I don't know.
Ludovico laughs unnervingly and snatches. With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus. The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blaring laugh. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in CONCORD station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there.
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to...
Nuzzi looks from you to the caps. He flings his arms up.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Rayhead, would you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Colleague? Well, never mind.
Hello, come up to the desk, please.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves. The employee glances at you indifferently. His upper lip is...
All new employees must register first thing. Come up to the desk, please.
The nameplate on the desk tells you you're talking with Dean Rayhead. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Rayhead produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk. Rewinds. The solemn music begins to play. And the administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you
Dean squints down at the monitor.
deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law.
The music fades, and the administrator, Dean, puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. The administrator squints at the paper in his outstretched hand. Rayhead scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
Now you have first-level clearance for a Blue Wing employee. You have access to storage, the repair bays, and various workshops. Your Selectron also has a built...
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details, or just the short...
Rayhead snorts.
To make it short, get your uniform from storage, your weapons from the armory, pass the Psi abilities test, and complete your weapons training at the training zone. Then learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and properly catalog anything you observe. Last, go to the waiting room and wait for the bus to Magellan.
Dean sits back in his armchair.
That's it. I hope there aren't any questions.
Rayhead claps his hand. He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it. As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly...
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His ginger...
Oh, what a lovely angel. Came down from the heavens.
Never taking his gaze off you, he reaches under the counter, loses his balance. A full minute later, he reappears. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
This is your first uniform requisition, right?
Maynard smiles at you over his glasses, practically stripping you naked with his gaze.
Your voice is enchanting, my lady. I could listen to it forever.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted. That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, and
He points back at the shelves behind him.
we've got repair kits for this gear. There are...
Sydney leans on the counter again and throws you a laser. The silver disappears into the back. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you up. Sydney half unfolds the clothes. The jacket, high boot. He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind...
Sydney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Sydney waggles his eyebrows.
Anything up to a star in the sky, my dear.
Sydney leans on the counter.
Honestly, lady, I'd sell you this entire place and give you an incredible discount if I could. But I'm not the one who sets the prices.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
The silver follows you.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2? Look, here's the scanner data. It says the relic is a scientific device.
Wait, but it's still Class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna, my dear, you may violate protocol as long as it benefits the company. Take your lead from your colleagues. Correct your report if you have to. Don't act so...
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand. Margarita thumbs back a couple of... She glances at her Kairos. The black returns a couple of minutes later with a big... She swipes the baton through the air, then rolls it between her hands with clear satisfaction.
Like it? Enjoy.
Unperturbed, the black covers the weapon she's just put on the counter with her large, soft hand.
No, it is then. What would you like instead?
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
The woman
In case of
pauses.
A light weapon, then?
Margarita disappears into the back. A couple of minutes later, Tkachenko returns. She puts the gun on the counter and strokes the Bakelite grip with a strange affection.
Pistols are...
The black draws the slide with a snap, pops out the magazine with an almost imperceptible movement, and slams it back in place.
It's reliable. Has a nice heft, too, so even if it jams, you can always smack him on the head with it.
Tkachenko slides the pistol across the counter. Margarita drags on her pipe and releases a puff of thick, yellow smoke.
I see you know the rules and won't cause problems.
The black points at a poster on the wall behind her.
Can you see what's written there?
Tekachenko tamps down her tobacco.
Not.
The armorer shrugged. Leaning over the counter, the black point.
But before the training's up.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place. Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Well, you've got quite an aura.
A lean silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar. As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises it. Something really weird happens.
Please handle relics.
All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. You thrust your hand forward, and your outspread fingers emit barely visible spark. The silver sticks out his lower lip as if to say, "Not bad, not bad."
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar. The silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand. He jerks his hand back at once, then touches you again, carefully. The silver takes a thin glove. He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole briefing.
In reply, Andrei jumps. The unexpected question calls. The silver looks into your eyes. He easily names every number you've got in mind. The silver takes a pull at his
Psionics. It's a gift for all of
Mihai spreads his.
Remember, our honest work will make the world a better place. World a better place.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges.
As you reach to open the sliding door, an engineer in a bright.
You're a newcomer, right?
The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until...
Penkovsky grunts angrily. Maxime
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about pick and lock?
The blues getting excited. Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device.
Using a mechanical pick lock is...
He gives you a quick lesson on how.
By the way, you can carry your tool... Actually, finding tools and...
The blue solemnly raises. He looks at the door again.
Damn these...
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing.
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit. Remember, our honest work will make the world a better
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word. You're doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock because of that orange.
Welcome under the dome,
Hey-o.
an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of
Spas
damage,
and therapy.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing.
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see.
Botherby leans over the counter. He raises his index finger. Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dome from the inside. Pictorial account. As you can see, there are endless.
What's your beef with that firearm, girl? What did it ever do to you? Thrilling news. You aren't completely hopeless.
Right on this spot. Sounds like a sci-fi story. But we aren't strangers to sci-fi here. The detailed plans are ready. According to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the west. With bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here and...
Make it quick.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through